We are John and Samantha and the proud owners of a 1986 American Ford Econoline RV, bought by us as a salvage rebuild project. The RV was bought as severely water damaged and required the interior to be completely stripped out. We plan to spend 2021 rebuilding the RV, and that work will be shown here on the channel. In 2022, we plan to take the RV on trips around the UK, taking in some stunning scenery and hopefully some wild camping, all whilst undertaking the challenges of taking such a large vehicle down narrow country lanes. Right, new video for the week, Rob, and what are we up to this week then, mate?
Right, we're just marking out where the cupboard doors are going to go on here. I'm going to concentrate on the back as well. We're going to try and get some of the cupboards up at the back and that shelf that we spoke about last week. We're going to try and put that across there and channel the wires in as well and get some more plywood in around the back. But I think it's important that we mark out where the doors are going to go, just how much materials it's required.
A bit of an estimate on the amount of wood we need, etc.
Yeah, just to make out.
Okay, cool.
We'll crack on.
So this cabinet door is going to be a bit of a challenge, Rob. So how is your woodwork expertise going to get over this one?
You've got two ways you can do it. I'm just measuring around the frame because they're overlapping doors at the moment, and you can measure the distance where it's going to join from there down to there, this corner, which that one's 35mm, and this one from here to here is 45mm. Mark that on your board and then cut it out at that angle. Or you can get an oversized piece of board and place it on there. It has to be oversized but quite small, but then you can scribe, just move the pencil on all the way at the top. They're quite easy.
Which side are we having the hinges?
The hinges are coming here. This is the only cabinet across the top that's opening, because if we have it opening that way, it would be awkward. If you have it opening this way, it would hit the ceiling. So this way is the lowest part, and it'll come round here.
And his side opening overhead locker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we've cut it. As I said, there's two ways you can do it: scribe it, or you can just mark it, which you've marked out. And you can see from there, we are absolutely, there you go, perfect. And what you've got to do is hang it, hinge it, but we're going to round the corners off as well. Sammy wants the corners rounded off, so we'll do that next job. Okay, as I mentioned before, Sammy wanted the edges round off, but as my template for all the units, all you need to do is bring this up to both sides. It touches both sides, and mark round, and you get yourself a nice curve on the door itself, and we'll just in the process of cutting it. But don't lose this, whatever we do, John. That's our template. The beauty of this is that because we're using moist MDF sheets, we can actually manipulate this and sand it down and make that a perfect edge.
Couple of hinges on then, Rob, so what we do now?
Well, what we're going to do is, because this one is side hung down here and these are all top hung, and that dictates where the level comes to, you can't go any further. Because this one can move up and down, what I want is a straight line across here for all of them. I'm going to clamp this on in a minute, so when I put this side door on, it sits on that level, and when this one goes on, it sits on the same level, because we want them all to be in a straight line.
Cool. That's looking good, Rob.
Yep, hinges on. Just got to titivate it a little bit more, but that was the idea behind the whole thing. And what we're trying to do is get a nice level line across the whole amount of those. But got to put the hole in, but Just need to shave a little bit off there, but yeah, it's taking shape with the
Very good.
hole in as well. We're looking good.
So the original plan was
Well,
to
yeah.
put the hole here, wasn't it?
Yeah, good. So what I was going to do is measure halfway between there and put the hole in the door there.
Yeah.
Which is what I've done on every one. And it suddenly clicked with both of us that this door opens that way instead of that way.
Yep.
That makes sense. So what we've done is measured the hole there. We're going to keep this hole exactly the same on this door to open upwards.
So they're all
the holes
aligned.
will be in exactly
Yeah.
the same line.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, magic thing. Always measure twice and cut once and think about what you're going to do. Okay guys, what we've done is installed it now, but we've used these clips here to close the cupboard. You can see, and if you go back in there as well, John, you can see the other one. We've been told about magnetic strips, some of them they say they don't work. We'll see if these work. If they don't, again, this is a learning curve because it's the first time we've done this. We'll see, or change it over for another one. So it's yeah, trial and error, but let's see if it works first. At this moment it does, but the RV's not working. It's pretty solid actually. It's
It is.
not going anywhere. But maybe 70. Come across 70 from the other side. 70 from there and there.
Two cupboard doors finished over the bedroom area.
Yeah, it's taking shape. The reason why one's slightly darker than the other because it's been sealed, and we're going to seal the other door as well to make sure that no moist gets in there. But that's what I was talking about earlier on, guys. You can see now they're in line. All the whole handles, the door holders, will be in line with each other instead of having that one in the centre. But that's what I was on about. But this was the line I need to get banged on underneath there, which it is.
So that's going to be same there.
Fortunately, we're still waiting for the material to turn up to do the other doors, John.
Yes.
But it will come eventually.
We'll have to go down and get some, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So Rob's put the cupboard on the other side of the motorhome now, or the frame of it. What are we doing now, Rob?
But the good news is that the plywood's turned up, but what we're doing, because I don't like this timber at the front, I'm going to put a fascia on, a plywood fascia, a very thin one. The beauty of this is that we can actually paint it to whatever colour we want, and we're going to put the plywood doors on, and we can paint the doors to whatever we want. If you've got the pre-manufactured stuff, it means you have to take all that off and put it back on again. It costs a fortune. So this is by far the best way, in my opinion. It's very simple to install. Just make sure you've got some glue on, and then you can tack the fascia on, and you place pieces.
And that brings us to a point. One of the viewers has asked a question, Rob. So he said, and I can't remember exactly the words now, it was something like, you know, I see you using a nail gun for a lot of the work. What alternatives are there to using a nail gun?
Yeah, the alternative to put a fascia on is to screw the fascia, countersink it, and then screw it so you can fill the screw head over. The problem we have is this is very thin, as you can see, John. The product's very thin, so there's no way I can countersink and put a screw in. Hence the reason why you can see from my nail there, it's so thin, it's unbelievable. But it's only a fascia because this is going to be rubbed down and painted whatever colour. But the alternatives here are you can actually take a screwdriver with a chisel, break the seal, and you can actually very carefully prise the whole thing off quite easily. So it can be removed just with a bit of care, yeah, and attention.
There you go.
There you go, that's all it is. And then remove the nails. Okay guys, come across a bit of a mistake that I've made. On this one we've put a backrest in, as you can see, and you can lift the top off quite easily without interfering with the backrest. That's what part of the plan was, so we can actually just lift this up and take the we'll get access to it. And if you can remember, this is Sammy's side. We'll go across to John's side in a minute, and I'll show you exactly the mistake I've made and how we've got over it without taking anything apart. Okay, so now we've moved across to John's side and the backrest has gone in, but the mistake I made is that when I cut this access panel out, I forgot that the backrest was going to overlap like the other side. So the way we got over it, instead of taking all this out and doing another one, what we've done is lifted that out, and as you can see, if John wants to close up in there, we've made a small little channel in there that the plate up so the access panel can slide in and slide out. Saves all the aggravation of taking the thing apart and putting a new top on the whole thing, so you can place it back in quite easily. So mistake made, but we've overcome it. There you go guys, reverse rolls. John's doing his bit. Happy?
Yep. Well, Samantha's popped out today, so we've got a simple lunch today. Cold sandwiches, Rob.
Yeah, it's all good.
Right guys, we'll cut to the living room in a second, but this is the kitchen and the bedroom area as far as we can go today. Just pan round, just show you that. And there's the two doors Rob has made. Absolutely beautiful, love it. Love this kitchen and bedroom wall unit. Okay guys, you're going to like this. I love it. So we haven't showed you everything in this video because we're not just repeating things, but let's have a look at the living room, what Rob's done down here. So let's have a look. Here we go. So this side,
Yep.
You want to just show them working, Rob?
Yeah. We managed to get the
there we go, look at them. Absolutely beautiful.
We've also put a shelf up for John as well.
Yeah,
we've got a few ideas that we've got with that for that, but we'll come back to that probably at a later date.
Shall we share with them what the idea is, Rob, or shall we hold on to it?
I think we should hold on to it.
We'll hold on to it. We've got a suspense.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Okay.
I think it'll look good.
Yeah.
Again, you got the doors. So just a bit of advice to you guys. The hinges I've used are cranked flush hinges.
Can we just have a close up on them, Rob?
Yeah.
Show them the hinges you've used.
Flush hinges.
Yeah.
The advice is that you've got no movement in these. You can't adjust them whatsoever. So when you put your timbers up, make sure your timbers are right.
And just to, we haven't forgotten the screws.
We just wanted to make double sure that they fitted first before I started putting loads and loads of holes in it. But that's just a bit of a tip for you guys, a bit of advice.
So what were they called again, Rob?
Cranked flush hinges. You can get other hinges that start the movement, but we opted for these because the timbers were as good as I wanted to get them.
Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's getting more and more homely now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really getting there now.
Yeah. It's
and at some stage in the future, we're going to show you a before and after compilation, aren't we? Some still images of this compared to the old. And if you haven't seen them already, you haven't seen what it looked like already, guys, pop back to one of our earlier videos where we do a tour. You'll be amazed. You'll be shocked as what we actually bought. But yeah, loving it, Rob, loving it.
Yep.
Okay guys, hope you like the video. We're not going to get a video out to you next week. We're getting far too close to Christmas now. But we will do our best to get a video out to you as soon as we possibly can, okay? You know, things are going to get busy for everyone in the next few days, so stick with us.
Please do, yeah.
We're not going anywhere. You know, this is our dream, this motorhome, so we will 100% get this finished through to completion, looking like, you know, home from home. So
yeah,
stick with us.
Yeah.
All right. So final thing to say, Merry Christmas everyone, and have a fantastic new year. Stay safe and look after your loved ones. Okay?
Merry Christmas, guys, and Happy New Year, and thank you for all your support. Much appreciated.
Take care, guys.
Bye.